Hey everyone, this is Rob over here at BuneBape and hope you're having an amazing day. So today I'll be bringing you all a video. This one's going to be on how to make some money taking advantage of the current market for tuning orbs. So of course, with the title of this video talking about tuning orbs being the main subject, of course, I'm not going to be talking about selling tuning orbs as whenever you craft them, they are bind on pickup. Rather, we are going to be talking about farming and selling the base materials that you need in order to make the Genesis and Lazarus orbs. So the main materials we're going to be talking about is going to be all different kinds of motes, as well as quintessences, of course, if you want to upgrade them. The second thing is going to be the corrupted and the molten runes. These are going to be some really big moneymakers in some elite zones that you can farm. And the final thing is going to be possibly flipping Asmodium chisels for a profit. This is all going to be based on your server's prices, so make sure to check that out and also see if it'll be worth flipping some of these items, because I know faction points aren't worth as much on some servers. So like as always for these money making videos, do your due diligence, check your trading post. So for a quick reference, on my server, I checked if you wanted to buy all of the items off the trading post, it's going to cost you nearly 4,500 gold in order to make a single Genesis orb. So that's quite a bit of money, and you can make 3 per week. Every single player can, and a lot of people are stocking up. AGS is putting a really big emphasis making dungeons one of the best ways to get gear. So we're going to be taking advantage of that and going and getting some money. So I'll be showing you everything you need to know in this video, so make sure to stick around. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them down below. And speaking of, in the description, we are going to have timestamps, so feel free to jump around as well. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to jump straight into talking about the components for the Genesis core. You need 3 elemental hearts and 3 eternal hearts. So that means that anyone is going to want to make this is going to need 150 of every mote, including death to soul. For the elemental heart, water to air. So you are going to need a ton of motes. On top of that, motes have been skyrocketing in price, especially since they took away a lot of the ways to farm quintessences. So honestly, transferring motes into essences all the way up to quintessences is going to be the main way, which has definitely bumped up their prices, at least on my server. Of course, needless to say, make sure to check all of your own server's prices before you actually go and commit to do any of these moneymakers, as it may be vastly different for you on your server. That being said, we are going to need 150 of each of these, and I actually did a bit of a test, so I'll throw up the footage here as well as my results from it. But essentially, in order to craft all of the stuff you need in order to make a Genesis core, it's going to cost you around 860 gold. So that's a pretty decent amount, especially considering you can make 3 of these Genesis cores per week. On top of that, I went and did our own mote farm run just to see how much money I'd be able to get. And this is just me kicking back, relaxing. I was listening to music, watching some YouTube while I went and farmed around Windsward for an hour. I have a video over on the channel. I'll link it up top if you want to check it out. That's the mote run that I ended up using. It gives you a lot of fire and earth and water motes. Either way, after about an hour using common potions, I was able to get nearly 1200 gold, which definitely isn't a lot, but if you are lower level or just want to do something that'll make you some money without really thinking about it, and you can also get plenty of iron and fiber while on this route as well. So that's going to be one of the easiest and lowest level ways to make money with this method, is just by going through and either buying the motes at a lower price to resell them, or farming them yourself, or maybe even a combination of both. So the next 2 items are going to be your bigger money makers, although there is going to be a larger requirement, mainly that you need to pretty much be level 60. So for the corrupted runes and the molten runes, we can go check out the price over on the auction house, and I'll show you where you can actually get them. All right, so over here at the trading post, we can check out the corrupted rune. Both of these items you actually get from elite zones. The first one you can see here is quite a pretty penny on my server, 450 gold, and you're going to need 3 of them. So that's a little over 1300 gold just to make, you know, a single Lazarus orb. That's why these orbs are going all the way up to 4,500, nearly 4,500 per orb. is because of items like this. So people are buying these up, they're stockpiling these orbs or using them, and just a lot of people are really interested in expeditions, especially because, like I said, AGS is definitely putting an emphasis on them. So make sure to either stockpile these and sell them or use them in order to make your own orbs. Whatever you are planning on doing, I'd honestly recommend going and farming them yourself. But if you are rich, you can, of course, buy them here. Either way, if we do continue on and look at the Molten runes, so these are not quite as much because they're easier to get, but still 100 gold, and you need 3 of them as well. So that's 300 gold per orb. So 900 gold every week you're spending on Molten runes. So for anyone that is worried about the price of these, don't worry, you can farm these very easily. So both are pretty much in great cleave. The first one over here for the corrupted rune, the more expensive one, is going to be in Mangled Heights over here on the west side. So you can start over here from the Balebane Maw, go over to the Mangled Pox Gate, and all the way up to the Nihilo Visage. So this area is really easy. I'd recommend coming here with anywhere between 3 and 5 players, and you should have a fairly easy go as long as you guys know what you're doing. Honestly, not too hard. It's all RNG based. You can get anywhere between like 2 and 10. Usually, I mean, I always get at least 1 or 2 whenever I do these runs of each, the Molten Rune and the Corrupted Rune. But of course, RNG is RNG, so you might get 0 and you might get a lot. Totally depends, but what's nice is you can run this multiple times a day if you want. But of course, the elite chests are going to only be once a day. And in order to get the other item, the Molten Rune, the lesser expensive one, you only have to run Upper Svikin, which is also known as Caminus. So this area is very easy, very small. People run this place all the time. You only need about 3 people to run this place, but of course, more the merrier sometimes. And it's just a small circle with a few elites, a few elite chests, and you'll be rolling in some money. So it's pretty easy to get those 2 pieces. There is one final piece to the puzzle that I wanted to throw in there, because you do need chisels in order to make the final item, being the Genesis Tuning Orb. So if those 2 ways are kind of just not your favorite way to make money, that's totally cool. You can make a little bit of money coming over here and buying the chisel that you need, actually. So the Asmodium chisel. So this thing is 500 gold, 7,000 faction points. So definitely not cheap, but this is going to be an easy way to make money, similar to if you're familiar with buying the runes of holding, the Grand Rune of Holding. You're not going to make a ton of money doing this, but you are going to make anywhere between 1 to 300 gold, depending on how much people value their time and their syndicate tokens or their faction tokens in general. So this video wasn't too complicated. That's honestly going to be about it. I did a little test, so hopefully that did help you guys out. Maybe you might just want to go chill and do some mote farming, or just think about selling those runes whenever you do the elite runs. I know personally I had stopped doing the Mangled farm, the Mangled Heights farm, as well as the Caminus farm until very recently, when I started making my own Genesis and Lazarus orbs. So as you can see, I've got a couple here, but I plan on making some more. So that's why I know this is a great moneymaker, as I've been spending a decent bit making these tuning orbs because I'm pretty lazy. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to get to farming. So that's going to be about it for me. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, you know what to do. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all did enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all very soon.